Hello and welcome to David Baker. Welcome to the Wisdom for Life podcast. I have a short one for you today that something is, I think will be very helpful. In life, we're going to go through battles. We're going to go through hard times. We're going to go through a lot of trouble and problems in our life, but there are some blessings that come from that. And one of them I'm calling the bond of the battle. The bond of the battle. When you go through a battle with someone, it creates an incredible bond that will last forever. Let me give you the earth illustration, then the biblical illustration. Earth illustration is the military. When you're in a battle, when you're in a firefight, the guys that have your back and that you have their back, the bond that is created in that is closer than any bond on the face of the earth. You can have guys that lose a leg, lose an eye. They come back, get patched up. They can't wait to go back to the battle. Why? To protect their buddies, to protect their men. At the time when you hear them talk, they don't really even care about the country or the cause or hate their enemy. What they do is they care about the men that they're fighting with. There's something about knowing that guy is putting himself in harm's way to protect you, and you're putting yourself in harm's way to protect him. The bond in that battle is stronger than anything. You see the guys that wear their military hats, just the cap, and it shows what unit they were on. What unit they were in, or how they served. And the battle, the combat ones, boy, they're strong. They meet, they talk, they stay connected, they stay together because they went through the fire together with some, and you just can't replicate that in any other way. So in Daniel chapter 3, we have a battle. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego answered and said to the king, O Nebuchadnezzar, we are not careful to answer thee in this matter. If it be so, our God whom we will serve is able to deliver us from the fiery furnace, and he will deliver us out of thy hand, O king. But if not, be it known unto thee, O king, that we will not serve thy gods, nor worship the golden image which thou hast set up. Then was Nebuchadnezzar full of fury, and the form of his visage was changed against Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Therefore he spake and commanded that they should heat the furnace 7 times more than it wont to be heated. And he commanded the most mighty men that were in his army to bind Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, and to cast them into the burning fiery furnace. Then these men were bound in their coats, their hosen, and their hats, and their other garments, and were cast into the midst of the burning fiery furnace. Therefore, because the king's commandment was urgent, and the furnace exceedingly hot, the flame of the fire slew those men that took up Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. So here it is. They wouldn't bow. They said, our God, we believe he'll take care of us. Yes, our God will take care of us, but if not, we're still not going to bow. And Nebuchadnezzar was full of fury, heated it up 7 times hotter, got his strongest, best men, the mighty men, threw them in. They died throwing them in, and here we are, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego in the flame. And these 3 men, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, fell down, bound in the midst of the burning fire furnace. Doesn't look good, does it? Okay, they're thrown in. The other people died. They fell down in the midst of it. Then Nebuchadnezzar the king was astonished, and rose up in haste, and spake, and said unto his counselors, Did not we cast 3 men bound into the midst of the fire? They answered and said unto the king, True, O king. He answered and said, Lo, I see 4 men loose, walking in the midst of the fire, and they have no hurt. And the form of the 4th is like the Son of God. Wow, what a story. What a miracle. These 3 men got to be close to Jesus in the fire and close to each other. And that bond, how strong is it? Try saying Shadrach by itself to anybody. Hey, you ever heard of Shadrach? What are they going to do? Oh, yeah, Meshach and Abednego. Try to say, hey, do you know who Meshach is in the Bible? Yeah, it's like Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. They are 3 inseparable. The bond that they have. Can you imagine every time they got together for the rest of their life, what they talked about, what they mentioned, what their reference was? Hey, do you remember? Wow. When you go through the battle with somebody, you get so close to them. And that's true in life. David and Jonathan went through the battle. David's mighty men. Saul, there went with him abandoned men whose hearts God touched. The battles that you go through create a bond that cannot be broken apart. Husbands and wives, when you're willing to go through all the tough times, all the hard times, all the battles, it creates an extremely close bond. Don't bail during those. Go through them. Okay, go through them and you'll see. Same thing. Kids, parents, battles to go through. They're hard. We don't like them. We don't want them. We wouldn't choose them. But when you go through them, it's amazing how close you become when you go through those battles. We've just seen a battle we went through, and it's amazing how close the family got. And messages even that said, this was so good for us and our family, how close we got through that. Again, we don't like the battles. Nobody really wants to fight. But on the other side, what is it? It's close. Okay? You get close because of the battle. Hey, don't run from the fight. Don't run from the war. Don't run from those hard things. What you're going to have, you're going to be able to be close. Closer than you could ever imagine. How come? Because that's the bond that's created from the battle. Hey, God bless and have a great week.